Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is Sunderland, and it's Bright Lights, episode 80 of Bright Lights. And like I said in episode 79, we have a double-header today against Man City and then Benfica. We also have the Champions League draw. We are now definitely going to qualify first in the Champions League draw. But we got some big news to start with. Apart from Fabinho's injury, we have lost Diogo to a training injury, and he's going to be out for the next month at a minimum with a sprained knee ligaments. Did it whilst diving and training. Now, there was a case to play Smithies, right? And Smithies is still very good as a shot stopper, but he's not the greatest, and he's, on a Sky Bet League 1. Joe Smith is on a very similar level as a Sky Bet League 1 goalkeeper, and he's meant to be the next Gordon Banks. He's almost basically a wonder kid for us, right? I reckon that this guy could be quite the goalkeeper in the future. He's 18. We give him some game time. We get his physicals up. He could definitely be quite the player. It might even be worth putting him on his physicals, Start getting him to work his agility? No, his quickness, just a bit of his speed so he can get up and down and move around his line a bit quicker. But I do really rate Joe Smith. So for the next month, you will see this guy start most games, I reckon, for us. And depending on how well his form is, we might not even rush Diogo back in because I really reckon he could be quite the player for us. Anyhow, we know we just got absolutely FM by Chelsea in the last result. If you haven't watched the last episode, it was the game where we did draw 0-0 to Napoli, and then we did get FM by Chelsea in the game at the Stadium of Light, which does make the league table all that close. However, winning today, we could actually move 1 point behind Man City, who are in second spot. So, big result, big game. Kim Jan after this game is going to start most games as well, and we will get into this one here. I expect it to be a very interesting game versus City. We have to be defensively solid or we are going to be into trouble. They are going to come play 4-2-3-1. When Elmer's not even starting his natural position, when he's starting out wide as an inside forward, you go, wow, because that means Ortiz is starting up front. And yeah, they have got some crazy players. And, Takadine, they paid 102 mil for to get him in, and you can see why. How Man City haven't won every game, I do not know. Anyway, a lot of you need to be keen to avenge what happened to Man City when we last played them. And can we go in there and just do the job that we need to do? Going to obviously go and not always tightly mark them, but can we always press on their right and obviously press Paulinho and Emerick Laporte, who I don't know why he plays out wide so much. He's definitely a better centre-back than a left-back, but he always plays left-back from the looks of things. We are going to always man-mark Jesus Ortiz if we can. We're obviously going to never press Rafael Varane and John Stones, but we are going to go and tightly mark both sixes, because when they pick the ball up deep, hopefully we can win it back quickly. We are going to go and say that we would obviously rather have Diogo there. He is our best goalkeeper at the club, and his form actually before breaking his finger wasn't as bad as he has been in recent times. But anyway, I feel like we're missing Fabinho a little bit. Kante's been good form though, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Look, we just need the attacking flair to come back into this side. We haven't really been too good in front of goals. If we had been good in front of goals, we would have won most of our games. But anyway, we'll see how we go. Anyway, Dossett gets on the ball. He's not been at his best either. Finds Godin. Godin now with the ball finds Kante. Kante with it. Back inside the Godin. Godin now with it. Looks out to the left-hand side. It was a poor ball from Godin. Elmer with the ball. Daniel wins it. And Burgess is away here in space. Can he find a good ball? He doesn't. And he just decided not to go on the run either. Laporte now into Kovacic. Kovacic now going inside and finds Laporte. And they do play out of the press. It is Man City. You expect them to play through of press very well. Paulinho comes inside, even though we shouldn't be showing him on the inside. Jesus Ortiz is there with the chance. What a save from Joe Smith. There you are. That's why we've got him in goals. The youngster, that's worth watching back. That's the first big save of note that he's made in the save. Behind the goal, slow it down. You expected Ortiz, the Spanish international superstar, one of the best strugglers in the game to score. But Smith, full stretch to his left. What a save from the youngster. If he turns into Gordon Banks, I've said it before, we've got quite the player. And there we go. Tardine with the ball, Tardine inside, and Smith with the claim. What a keeper we have on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. The youth prospect hopefully will be the goods for us. Smith throws into Daniel, and the highlight's not over here. Daniel now looking second lines there towards Haller. It's a great ball. Haller beats his man, looks inside. He switches it instead. Massive switch to Nakamura, who wins it just. I don't like that ball, though, from Haller. Ives, though, he goes all the way back to Joe Smith. I don't know what his kicking's like, but hopefully he just keeps it simple, and he does. He finds Ives, and that is perfectly fine. Ives now looks long towards Adrian. It's a great ball. Adrian's in the channel. channel. Adrian! And just like that, from one end where Smith pulls off a great save, he claims the cross, we play it out and around the back, Adrian makes a great run, and in big games he just scores, and that's what you want from Nicolas Adrian. It's his 11th goal of the year, it's his 4th goal in the league. So read into that what you like. It's a great run off the last man, losing his marker, and he doesn't miss chances like that. And Edison is beat, and we are 1-0 up, ladies and gentlemen, at the Etihad. I was about to say at the Stadium of Light. I'll take that all day long. Can we go out there and keep playing the same way we are? We're actually keeping the ball fairly well. Chelsea are beating Everton 1-0. Obviously, love that game to finish as a draw, or maybe even Everton winning. But anyway, corner, Haller whips it back, stick there. Ortiz heads away. Can we win it in the air? We don't. I haven't seen that in the Premier League ever. But it's an own goal by El Zadia. And that is one of the crazier own goals you'll see in Premier League level. We've seen a couple like that in like non-league to legend. That's level 10 football. I have never seen this in the Premier League. He goes to head it maybe back to Edison. Edison's not expecting it. And he just heads it in bottom bins from the 18-yard box. I don't think he could do that again if he tried. He's headed it perfectly into the bottom bins, and Anderson can't get there. And our pressure at the moment is told, and we're 2-0 up here against Manchester City. Anyway, Haller with the ball, into Will Burgess. Burgess now getting to the byline, lays it back to Haller. Haller now, backstick, Nakamura! We're 3-0 up against Man City. Where was this against Chelsea? It wasn't. We've defended great, and all of a sudden, we're 3-0 up against City. I don't understand. This save is beyond me. We have only beaten City once before in our lifetime in the save, but we are 3-0 up at the Etihad. Nakamura with a great header across Edison, and Man City don't know where to hit him. It's been an even game in terms of shots, but we've dominated possession, and we are 3-0 up against Manchester freaking City. There we go. Long ball, Burgess wins it into Nakamura. Daniel now with the ball. Nkumbele. There we are. In the towards as it is with that crazy on goal. Kovacic now. Can we press in even Nakamura? He doesn't. And there, Elmer there. Headed away from Burgess, but not headed away well enough. And Paulinho, no. You just don't want to give Man City a sniff right now. Elmer's ball to Ortiz. Ortiz is in, but he's put it wide. That doesn't happen, ladies and gentlemen, at all. Full stop. But we've got away with that one there. 3-0 up against Manchester City. What is going on? Chelsea are 2-0 up. So be it. It doesn't matter. We'll move 1 point behind Manchester City after this game. That doesn't bother me. You look, if we win this game, you could nearly say Man United are going to win the title. I'm very pleased. I was about to say don't get complacent. No one's having a bad game. Keep going out there, boys. Off we go. Tuck Adin into Kovacic, and away we go. Man City have to produce something. How many times we've been ahead? We've been ahead of Man City 2-0 before at the Etihad and lost 3-2. We've been ahead 2-0 before and drawn 2-2. So, it's happened. We've actually ahead in the game 3-2 late Dorsey one day, and we did concede 2 in the last kick of the game. So, I think out of the 3 draws, we're leading every time we did draw. If Man City come back from 3-0 and A, win or B, equalise, as Paulinho scores straight away, it's disallowed for offside, thank God. Man City are going to come back into it. Thank God it's offside. It looked tight. He is offside by a mile, actually. And there we are. Look, game, get back underway. Get out there, stay calm, stay motivated. Everybody play right. The young 18-year-old, what a save in the first half. We could have been 1-0 down. Instead, he was a great save. He claimed the corner, and we went back down the other end. Kovacic's ball in, backstick. Ortiz is there. Header, Smith, save, Smith again! Oh, double save with Joe Smith. Heroic stuff. It was well blocked, and then on the second effort, he went at the feet, and what a save from the youngster. Then the man that's meant to be the next Gordon Banks. Unbelievable. 62 minutes played. He should have done better with the first effort. Ortiz is having a shocker. Defensively, we've been great. It is all happening here. Do we make a change? Do we get Godin off and go a little bit more defensive? Do we get like Durant Miguel in? It's another corner. Kovacic now whips it. Miranda heads away, but only as far as Diarra, a player that we tried to sign so desperately because he's so good. Anyway, Ives, what a tackle. Burgess, can we go on the break maybe? Kante turns, Godin facing forward, into Kante, into Godin. Godin now to Haller, and we know how good we are on the break. Haller running with it, still with Haller. He beats one, but he doesn't beat the challenge. Adrian can go press Stones maybe. Maybe we can win it cheaply. Stones comes in, Varane, and they'll be out. Varane's ball into Al-Zadia, I don't know how you pronounce it, but the guy scored the own goal. Into Takhaldin with the ball, running forward at speed into Diarra. Diarra now, still with Diarra. Ball to Sane. Sane doesn't miss. And Sane off the bench has scored, and it's 1-0 like that. The two substitutes combining very well for Manchester City. And look, boys, we're still 3-1 up. It's Manchester City. Who cares? Who cares if we can see one? Nothing you can do about it, Smith in goals. Maybe Burgess will be picking his man up a little bit better, but there we are. 72 minutes played, and there we go. We have to go a bit more defensive now. I'm tempted to move to the 4-1-2-1-2, but that's a little bit not what we want. What we're going to do is we're going to go and drop Dosek in. We're going to go Kante in there. And we're going to bring Durant Miguel in as a deeper line playmaker on defend. We're going to go to that. What we are going to do is we're going to move to a little bit more cautiously. And we're just going to go and slow down the tempo. Much lower. Still keeping it very short. Play out. Not going to focus play down. But we're still going to maybe look to maybe work the ball into the box. We do get forward. We're going to slow down the pace. And really try and take the edge out of this game. We're actually going to drop off a little bit. And not play the offside trap either. But we're still going to do everything else. With that in mind, we'll go to that system there. We'll see how we go. We're going to go confirm that one there. Hopefully we hold on. Time is ticking away. De Bruyne is on. Oh my days, it's going to happen, isn't it? Every time we have gone defensive against City, they score. Kovacic with it. Still Kovacic from distance. It's wide. Oh, the pressure, boys. The pressure. Look. Going to get the concentration one. Just concentrate, boys. You're good enough to concentrate. Come on, boys. Come on. It's another freaking highlight. City have too much power. Sane inside. Hits it. It's through Smith and it's in. It's happening. It's happening. We're choking. Every time we do this to City, they always score and they always equalise. Every time we've drawn to City, we've been 1-0 up, 2-0 up, 3-2 up, 3-1 up, and we've conceded late. It's a free fucking kick. Fuck off. De Bruyne, ball in, headed away. Kovacic swings it back out to De Bruyne. De Bruyne puts it back stick. Cross, block. Can we break? Nakamura, come on. The ball goes long, but Adrian loves going out on the left-hand side. He's not even there. Where are you? Varane now. Gets it, goes inside. They're going to equalise here, ladies and gentlemen. It's typical Man City. It's typical big team football on freaking FM. Linoa into Azulbi. Hits it. He puts it wide. All right, who cares? Very defensive. Don't care. Waste time as much as freaking possible, please. Why are we on more... Be more disciplined. Be more narrow. Obviously going to have to block out the middle. Adrian's off. And his name is Kim Jan. Get out here. We're going to drop both wingers inside. Can we please hold on? We're going to go to opposition instructions. Both wingers are doing way too much. They've actually gone more central. That's fine. Always mark a Bouba Diarra. Show him to his weaker foot because I know he's not great on it. Always mark and press Sane at every opportunity onto his weaker foot. We're going to always press Bouba Diarra too. Just make sure we give him nothing. Confirm those changes. Off we go. Can we hold on, please? Please hold on. For the love of God, it's a highlight, and that means that they're going to score because we're not going to create with 5 at the back. We go long to nobody, so I don't think we're going to create anything. And there we are. Every time we go defensive against City, we concede. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Laporte's ball in, Diarra there. Good ball out to Liora. Liora's there, cross is blocked. I highly doubt we're going on the break here. And Liora does win it back. Can we win it back? Maybe. We don't. Sane now. Still with Sane. Smith claims. Good boy, Smith. Hopefully that's the highlight. Calm down, boys. Calm down. Come on, boys. Come on. 91st, 92nd, 93rd. Tick away. There's 30 freaking seconds. Keep this fucking ball. Miguel, Dosek, Miranda, still Miranda. His ball into Miguel. Miguel's ball, why has he gone long? He's actually found Haller in space. Never mind. Haller blocked. There's 10 seconds for them to go box to box. He should have gone corner flag. They've gone long. They've got numbers up there. Can we win it, Daniel? We do. Daniel, go into Kim Jan. Get it away. Blow your whistle, referee. Blow it. Miranda. Nakamura. Still with Nakamura. Referee, it's gone. It's finished. Blow it. Nakamura still. Varane goes long. If they fucking get on this, Diawara headed away from Ives. Where's the fucking whistle, ref? Dosek. Thankfully, we get through that. Oh my freaking days. We just beat Manchester City at the Etihad 3-2. What a crazy game of football. No way we deserved to win, but that first half performance deserved us to win. But defensively in the second half, I don't know what that's had. People written us off today. What a result. Joe Smith deserves that. Come on, boys. What a win is that. 10 the press conference. It was a great start. He's got to be given a ton of credit off the bench. He was simply faultless today. We're happy to go away. Who's part of company? Not my place to comment on it anyway. And they're magnificent as Brentford at the moment. And there we are. Sensational result for the boys. Well, lads, we'll be back for the Benfica game in just a second. Do not go anywhere, YouTube. It'll be Benfica in a game where we're going to heavily rotate. And we can just enjoy that we are going to finish top of the group. Welcome back, YouTube. Episode 80, part 2. And you're straight away going, what is this, Damien? Since after the performance against Manchester City, since the performance against Chelsea, when we did switch to 4-1-2-1-2 in the second half in that game, where we did dominate Chelsea and lose in episode 79. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. I was tempted to make this a tactic and see if we trained it, if it could work. So what I've done is, because this game doesn't matter too much, I've actually gone fully rotated, and we are going to go and move King into his more natural role. Don't worry about that, but we will do that afterwards once the game gets started. But I am tempted to see if we can actually learn this system and play it quite well. The reason why is, if we do learn it well, Alvary and Nicholas Adrian could form quite the partnership, and if they do, oh boy, the goals that they could score together in a very counter-pressing, fluid, counter-attacking system could be all right. I actually think that we have two very good centre defensive mids that can play it. Like, Miguel's very good at sitting, and Anchorman should suit this system quite well, so Dossick could play it. The one thing I'm worried about is winger-wise, it's not Haller's or Nakamura's preferred position, but we definitely could play. Anyway, for this game, we've actually got Smithies in goals, Van Dijk, Kim Jan, Alcott, Wallace, Tim, Miguel, King, Nagai, Alvary, and Rab, and we'll see how we go. We will go fully rotated. Like I said, we could lose this game 10-0 trying this, and if we do lose 10-0, so be it, because we're still going to finish top. Anyway, we know this Benfica side's quite good, but at the same time, haven't been the best in the competition. So I'm just going to tell them that I have a lot of faith in these young boys. In terms of opposition instructions, I'm still going to do what we usually do. I'm actually going to go and tell us to always go and show us onto the right foot. But because we're playing this system, what I think we can do is we can always mark the wingers as well. Reason why is we've actually got wingers that drop a little bit deeper, and we can then press them very well. What we are going to do is we're always going to then go and press both fullbacks on the left and on the right, obviously, as well, and never press both centre-backs. I say that, but we could, because we're playing two up front, is that we could make it quite difficult for a team to get out, and maybe we can always tightly mark them with both our strikers and press them. It sounds weird, but definitely something that we could definitely do. We'll see how it plays out, and we're always going to press their thing. Only because we got two strikers up front, we could technically actually get very technical and go, when the ball gets there, can we press so we don't let them play out? It could be very interesting. I say that, and then I turns my mind because we don't play very high in people's faces. We might let that go, and we might go back to never, because that's what we do in our other system. Anyhow, very interesting to talk about, see what we do. We are going to go into the tactic screen, and we are going to move Matthew King into that inside forward that he has been learning to play on attack. And because Nagai isn't natural, we will play him as an advanced playmaker on attack as well. But we'll see how we go. Sebastian Rab comes in. I just wanted to rotate and make sure Kante got a rest before the Brentford game and so on. And look, if Rab can start scoring goals, I'm open to him coming back into the four. I'm not going to rule him out. But we are going to go with that one there today. Smithy's in goals, which means that he's going to be captain. They're not too bad, and we're trying to play a normal game. Wallace actually takes the captain's armband, not Smithy's. Interesting. I thought Smithy's was high on the list. I know Wallace has like 16 leadership, so it's not the worst. But we do come in there. Rab finds Alvary, and we'll get underway in this 4-1-2-1-2 system that I haven't seen us play at all. And that's not a good start if we're punting it out of play. Look, it's a counter-pressing situation. Walter Jr. has got very good free kicks. Smithy, though, makes the save. Tentef with the ball, but he's offside. And that's all we care. Look, like I said, I'm open to Smithy playing games, but we have to give Joe Smith a lot of game time if he's going to grow into the next, as the header goes over. He's going to grow into the next Gordon Banks. And with Diogo being injured, it's the perfect time to do it. We haven't started too well, and Rab's injured now. Okay, so Adrian's going to come in, and he's going to play as a poacher. That might sound weird, but Adrian as a poacher might be not bad. It might work into our favour. we've been a bit direct and a bit higher on tempo, but we haven't really kept the ball as well as we would have liked. It's not a counter-pressing system, this system at all. So that does happen, but we'll see how we go. It's just a system that we moved to against Chelsea and it worked. Maybe we might change the system a little bit as the game goes on. Maybe we'll go in transition, we counter-press, and maybe out of position, we might go up a line and really try to win the ball a little bit more. And not use the offside trap, but try win it higher. See if we can play it like that. This is a system that we're just fiddling around with for this game and see if it works. It could work. It's more the fact if we can get Adrian and Alvarez in the same team, I will. But Alcott throws it into Tim. Tim's ball into Adrian, who doesn't mind playing. We might actually swap Adrian around because he seems to come to the left a lot. As Tim gets it in inside. What a strike from Tim. It's his first goal for the club. And it's about time Tim's actually done this, right? Because Tim is quite the player. He's better than what Isaac Silva is. We are going to actually swap these two around. Not like that. We will swap these two around. It's just quite a good goal there from Tim. And we do get back underway into the second after the highlight of the goal. But the reason why I swap Adrian is Adrian naturally, when he plays up front, likes to go and sit on the left-hand flank. The reason I'm playing a poacher is I just want to see if maybe Alvarez can play off the last man and really try to break the lines. Maybe he's not the guy to really do it, but he has very good physicals for it. Maybe he's better, more suited to a complete forward. I'm just testing stuff as King gets the ball and runs inside as he's learning this role. King's ball there, looking for Adrian. Doesn't find it. It was a poor ball, and that's okay. But now it's just about seeing what we can do here. As Del Monte running inside, ball in there, picked up by Kim Jan. Kim Jan finds Van Dijk. Van Dijk now looking long towards Adrian. He loves being on this left-hand side. I tell you what, keeper hasn't come for it. Adrian's in here. Adrian! Oh, he should have scored. And there we are. Like I said, I just think this system just puts a lot of emphasis on attacking threat. And Tim gets there now. Can he whip it in? He doesn't. It's blocked, and it should be the end of the highlight there as we do win a throw. I'm just interested to see how the 4-1-2-1-2 works. I don't expect us to be very fluid in it or, keep the ball very well. But maybe we can learn it, and maybe it'll be a system we can change to in games, as Alvarez looks to win it and doesn't, and it will fall to Tim, though. Tim now with it, running inside, looks early towards King! What has he just done? It's disallowed. But I think he's Rabona volleyed it into the back of the net. I want to watch that back. Nah, it's just a normal volley. I saw the other leg go back and thought he Rabona volleyed it. Never mind. It was a great volley, though. Great strike from Matthew King, who hasn't been playing too well out there, but, a goal would have been handy. And all of a sudden, we got back to 40% possession, so it's not too bad at all either. Definitely a system we could definitely play. Maybe the 4-1-2-1-2. I'm very pleased how things are going. Keep it up. In terms of us tactically, is there something that we should change maybe in possession? Maybe we go standard, no, more direct at a higher tempo is fine. Maybe we should be looking to play out and doing that. And in transition, still look to go take longer kicks, but if the keeper gets the ball, still look to distribute. And maybe that could go. Hergen, I'm happy with how that's going. Maybe we'll change this to maybe a more of a pressing system. Let's go a bit more gen pressing. Use the offside trap and really try to win the ball as quickly as possible. Maybe we can go to that. In that case then, if we're going to do that, in terms of our opposition instructions, we can go and press both centre-backs because we've got two strikers, and we can always mark them too and just make it really hard for them to play out and see if we can do it like that. Be interesting to see. You reckon it's going to work? I don't know. We are just fiddling around with this system, like I said, because it is... this is a dead rubber, right? We're going to finish top even if we lost. So we may as well play around with it. And it played so well against Chelsea. We changed it in the 75th minute, and Chelsea couldn't cope. How we ended up losing the game, I don't know. But anyway, Tim gets on the ball, and that is a dirty challenge, and they're down to 10. Interesting. But Servy's off. I think he's just frustrated. Benfica, by their own standards, have had a very poor Champions League campaign. They are going to get to the Europa League, but they've had a very poor Champions League campaign. And that's probably proven there. Anyway, Alcott on the ball. You got to remember, this isn't our first team either, but definitely some... we could definitely maybe play this system. Anyway, Tim founds the ball inside, runs inside, looking inside, still with Tim, looks out there to Wallace. Wallace now, can he get a good ball in? He does. He whips it in. Alvarez can't get there. Nagai, does he get on it? He doesn't. Does that fall to Miguel? He does. Alvarez, can he turn? He does it. Finds Nagai, though. Nagai from distance. What a save. But Matthew King! Oh, it's a great double save from the keeper. And it really should have been 2-0. Unfortunate for the lads. I'm going to keep the system the same, though. We are going to not change too much of the system. We will maybe go and get Nakamura out there and get King into his natural role in the middle of the park. But he's playing all right. He's actually just got booked as well, and I don't want to see him get suspended for the Champions League. Walter Jr. with a free kick. It's a good free kick too. He's hit the post. And we're not clear in this game, but we don't really care too much about what happens to us. We are going to get Nakamura in. We're actually going to drop Nakamura back into not his natural role, but he can definitely play winger on attack fairly well. We will confirm that one there for King, who's learning to play inside forward on attack as on the left. Miguel's also booked. We don't want him getting sent off, so we are going to go and make our last change, and it will be for Dosek. And we're going to get him on as an anchor man on attack, on defend. Just see if he can sit in there and win the ball and see what we can do. Anyway, 80 minutes played. Not really of use 4-1-2-1-2 ever on Football Manager in any year, but it just worked in that Chelsea game, so I'm interested to see there. Red Cop. All right, mate. What's the matter, Red Cop? There we are. Good to see you in the chat, though. And there we go. It's Tim running forward. Tim's ball out there to Nakamura. Nakamura should finish. He doesn't miss. The vice-captain doesn't miss. He is so deadly in front of goal, Nakamura. And look, I don't mind seeing that when we win the ball and we go long, that it's a flat 4 and we're pressing as a 4. Just look at that when Tim goes to play it. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 as all right, as Red Cop with the follow. Get the Alan Padres out. Up to 370 followers. Thank you, my friend, as we move ever closer to that 400 mark. No one's offside here. Don't even bother. There we are. Everybody's on. Got everybody there as a 4. And Nakamura doesn't miss. And maybe the 4-1-2-1-2 could definitely be the way of not the future, but is definitely a system that we definitely could play in certain games. Nakamura with the ball though, plays it inside the Adrian, crunching challenge, but Nakamura gets it again. In the end, the cross was poor, and Matra will pick it up on this left-hand side, but Alcott wins it, goes into Alvaro, he can hold a ball up very well, and into Nagai, where you're watching from Red Cop, as Nakamura comes inside, plays it to Tim. Tim there hits it. What a finish from Tim. He's had a very poor time to it, Tim, who's come from Man United. But I'll tell you what, his affection known as Tim. His name isn't Tim. We called him Tim because that's what we read it as. I don't know how. Something tells me you could be Australian. Apart from the sunlight, you would be right in the background. As Tim, what a finish. It's a great finish. We're 3-0 up and dominating. Second half, we've actually looked really good and we've pressed really well. Wallace there, into McAllister. You know, not Dan McAllister, used to play for Liverpool, unfortunately. As the ball comes inside the Matra there, Smithies does enough. And there we go. It's been solid from us. We've actually played really well. 90 minutes played. Can we maybe find one more chance as Dosek finds Wallace? England, mate. That's good. Who do you support in the Premier League? With a name like Red Cop, I'm hoping it's the Cop, as in a copite, and you're a Liverpool supporter like myself. As Alvarez there, Odyssey, with a great name. I can tell by the accent, bud. That's good. It's good to know. But yeah, hopefully you support Liverpool with a name like Red Cop. But we'll see how things go. It's Tim's ball. Great punch out. Kim Jan, though. Can Van Dijk find a goal? He doesn't find many, but he doesn't get the shot away there. And Wallace is away. I tell you what, I'm going to try it against Brentford, this formation. Liverpool for me, mate. Good lad. What a lad. You will never walk alone, Red Cop. Another Liverpoolian in the chat. And Nakamura into Adrien. Adrien now driving inside. It should be game over unless we score in the last dying embers of this one. Alcott's ball in back post. Keeper claims it will probably be game over here as well. And we'll see how we go. Look, it means we finish top. The Champions League group stage draw will definitely come up soon as well. And very interested to see how the 4-1-2-1-2 works in that Brentford game. Van Dijk gets on it. Van Dijk doesn't look long. In the end, it will be game over. And we win 3-0. We have not lost in the Champions League in our first ever group stage in the Champions League. We have never lost. And it's great that we have. And the performance is good. Don't let it go to your heads. Everyone seems motivated. I just don't want them to think that it's too big for their shoes at all. Rab's injury's out for 2 weeks. Unfortunate for the lad. We'll send the assistant, and Tim was classy for us. Tim was affectionately known, for anybody that wants to know, as Tiblin Christian Philippe Verlinden. I just couldn't pronounce it, so we went with Tim. Don't know why Tim, but it was Tim. Anyway, we have won the game here in the group stage yet again. So we do finish top in the group, and hopefully we get ourselves a good draw. For everybody on the YouTube, we'll be back with the Champions League draw in just a second. For everybody on the Twitch stream, we'll play the Brentford game as the last game of the stream and then see the Champions League draw. So don't go anywhere, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Welcome back, YouTube. Episode 80, Part 3, the Champions League first knockout round draw. We're going to get the Champions League anthem on, as always, in the background. And let's see who we can get. In terms of the seeded teams, in terms of the teams we miss out, Arsenal, Bayern, Inter, PSG, Barca, Porto, Man United and Sunderland. But there's a few teams there we don't want. We don't want Liverpool. I think in the first round we can't get an English side anyway. Then after the first knockout round we can. Cologne I wouldn't mind. Madrid would be hard. Milan would be hard. Olympique Lyon I wouldn't mind. Real Madrid finished second in their group. We don't want Madrid. And Leipzig. Alright, automatic draw. We want to be drawn away from home first. Napoli. We can't get Napoli because they came out of our group. They get Bayern. Next out, Milan. Oh, Barcelona, it's okay. Next out is Atletico Madrid. Don't want Atletico, it's Inter. Next out is Olympique Lyon. Please be Sunderland. Man United, ouch. Cologne, please be Sunderland. It's Arsenal. We're going to get a big tie. Liverpool versus Porto. Leipzig, please be Sunderland. We're going to get Real Madrid in this first knockout round. Now that sounds difficult, but the last time we played Madrid, we did win 3-1 in the Super Cup final. But we get Real Madrid in the first knockout round. They've got a guy called Rodrigo who is sensational that people will know. Jesus Lopez has got a filthy mo. We'll definitely scout him because of the mo. Suso's captain, Klopp is coach, and they are going to be hell-bent on revenge because if we go all the way up to the start of the season in the Super Cup final, Adrian scored a hat-trick, and we played him off the park and beat him 3-1 in that final. Instead, we have now got him over 2 legs, first out at the Bernabeu, then at the Stadium of Light. And what an interesting tie. We have got Real Madrid in the first round of the Champions League. Wow, what a tie. We'll be back for that one there as a future YouTube episode. Don't worry about that one there. But from episode 80, from Damien from Sunderland, from Bright Lights, that's going to be that. Links in the description below. Come follow us on Twitch and on Twitter. Thank you and goodbye.